Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of the MySmartPrice podcast. And this is going to be a really fun one because we're talking to Gagan Arora, who's the Director of Marketing for iQOO in India. Welcome, Gagan. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
Thank you, Irshad. Thank you for having us here and let your viewers know about iQOO. Really grateful for that.
Wonderful. We'll definitely talk about iQOO and what iQOO has been doing. And it's been an interesting journey for iQOO, at least in 2021. After a bit of a hiatus after the launch of the iQOO 3, you've come very strong with the iQOO 7 series. How has the reception been for the phones, the iQOO 7 and the iQOO 7 Legend?
So, Irshad, so we are starting with iQOO 7 series. To summarize the response in one line, the iQOO 7 series has been a great success. iQOO 7 is the highest rated 5G smartphone in its category, which is 30 to 40,000, no mean feat. On the first day, iQOO 7 was the highest selling 5G smartphone across all price points.
On on Amazon.
On Amazon, right? And 30% of the volume came from iQOO 7 Legend.
Oh, so you mean to say that the more expensive phone
actually so
did
so so
sell well?
70% iQOO 7, 30% iQOO 7 Legend, and the highest selling 5G device on first day on Amazon. So performance, design, and camera have impressed users, and tech community, including you, has given amazing love and very positive reviews. So it helped us. Along with that, iQOO 7 is the highest rated device in 30 to 40,000 segment also. So again, with
Wonderful.
respect to the competition, yes, it's ahead.
How does Amazon, being a multi-brand e-commerce store, and this is something that everybody wonders when they're a multi-brand retail store. How do they actually give importance to a young new brand like iQOO? And what exactly happens in the background when Amazon is deciding the marketing and the promotions for brands like iQOO?
So, what is the secret recipe for Amazon? I think Amazon could answer better. But from our point of view, what we can actually really say about Amazon is that our partnership really worked for iQOO 7, and uh, they have the go-to-market strategy. We created our go-to-market strategy together. So,
Okay.
they were also acted as our stakeholder. That if you are going to the market, what should be the right communication? And they also helped us in defining the positioning also. So it was I'll say, a really strong partnership right from product inception till go to market. And this is where everything comes together as partner. And
Right.
once we talk about that, we also have to design a communication that we are reaching out to Amazon customers as well as Amazon Prime members also,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And that's how the real targeting works, and that's how the segmentation work. And in this case, we are glad that we could partner with Amazon with iQOO 7 launch.
Okay, wonderful. Now, a couple of questions for the iQOO 7 before we move on to the new product that you guys are coming out with, which is obviously more exciting. Is that with respect to the iQOO 7, iQOO phones in general, even in the future when you're going to be launching more phones, one question that comes to any consumer's minds, and that is legit. I mean, you can give them that sort of leeway to ask that question. Is that what about the service? Because service is a very important factor for buying any new product. And thankfully, obviously, you have the legacy of Vivo over here as well, so which definitely helps you out. But if we can hear from you, like what do you guys do to ensure that you have robust service, available?
So, on this one, Irshad, let me put it this way that, last 12 months gave us many valuable lessons,
Okay.
and we are implementing them at a full pace right now. So the first example is that, just like our manufacturing iQOO smartphones in a shared facility with Vivo,
Hmm.
we have decided to extend this synergy to after sales service also. So
Okay.
currently we have approximately 30 Vivo service centers where you can avail services for iQOO smartphones. And in the coming months, as on-ground situation permits, as you know, we are going to expand this number aggressively. And we take customer experience as really important pillar, and it's going to be the topmost priority in terms of resources allocation. So as you
Okay.
rightly said, we are leveraging being part of a larger corporate group, which is Vivo, and we are going to ensure that the customer experience is second to none. And just to we are talking on your channel, I would like to tell all the users, and especially iQOO users also, that we can be reached on our social media handles, toll free
Hmm.
number. Pick and drop services will continue as is, along with the expansion of physical service centers. So that's about it. Yeah.
That's great. That's wonderful. So the moment all these lockdown restrictions are over, you can expect the physical service centers to be active fully. So one other question is, and now you're talking about physical service centers, is there any possibility of iQOO going offline? Like, is that ever going to happen, or currently you're looking at only an online offering?
So Irshad, yes, the plan for iQOO is to be omni-channel smartphone brand. That's part of our plan. But right now we are focusing on targeting online consumers who are looking for latest and the best in technology. First, we create generate demand here, and then as we increase the volume, we will reach out to multiple channels.
Oh, that's wonderful. So the idea is to build up the volumes and then go and do. So you're looking for the support of your consumers, basically.
Right. So let the word of mouth spread, and we'll be everywhere.
Wonderful. That sounds great as well. Now, coming to the next question, which is possibly the most important one and the hot topic, because you are coming out with a new phone and you're going into a new segment, price segment altogether, which is something that iQOO hasn't done till date. So, do tell us about your new product and your new price range, entry.
Sure, Rishad. So let me tell you more about the positioning of iQOO Z3, why it's there. So iQOO Z3 is made for all the Gen Z audience, and
Right.
that's why we have named it Z3. And iQOO Z3 promises to be a fully loaded device. That's a tagline for iQOO Z3, and it's going to deliver on all fronts, as I said. And when we talk about Gen Z, they believe in no compromises, and
Right.
that's why they need a phone, that does not cut any corners on any front. They also need a great camera for uploading their images on
Mm.
social apps. They need fast charging capability that does not stop their fast-paced lifestyle. Along with that, they need a device that resonates with their style quotient. It has to look
Mm.
good also, right? And last and super important factor, and which is very very close to iQOO DNA also, is that they need a phone that has great power, and
Yes.
that's why our first claim to fame, as you said, is Snapdragon 768G,
Right.
which is coming with iQOO Z3, and it's a fully loaded phone, as I said. And with every category we enter, we have to redefine performance, benchmark, and experience. And I hope with iQOO Z3 we achieve that once again. And iQOO Z3 is going to be unconventional, powerful, and future ready. Especially on the connectivity part, which is 5G, and just like its target consumer.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, Gagan. So a little bit more about iQOO Z3 would be nice. Can you give us some features that that you want to highlight about the iQOO Z3 and what the Gen Z might prefer?
Sure, Rishad. So let me tell you about the features which we have, which we would like to reveal on your channel. Is the first one is the Snapdragon 768G. We talked about that. It's going to be the fastest 5G in the segment. Second is actually 55-watt supercharge. With that, you can charge your phone iQOO Z3 up to 50% in under 19 minutes. And then moving towards the gaming side of things, which is really really important for iQOO as well, is it's going to have 180 hertz touch response rate, and the display refresh rate would be 120 hertz. Again, no compromises on that side. Along with that, there are some innovations in liquid cooling technology, which
Okay.
we would tell you on 8th of June. But yes, there is something there as well. On the camera side, it's going to have 64 MP autofocus camera, and that autofocus is not just eyes or other factors. It's quite exhaustive. We call it EBF or autofocus, eyes, face, and body.
Okay.
So all three aspects are covered. Along with that, coming back to the gaming, which I did not tell you about, the 3 GB extended RAM on 8 GB variant. So technically, you will be playing game on an 11 GB variant on iQOO Z3.
Oh,
So
that's
this
nice. So
is
the
the
extended RAM
and
feature is interesting.
right
And are you showing us the phone? Oh,
the back of
wonderful.
the phone actually.
Oh, okay, great, awesome.
Yeah.
I think viewers will definitely appreciate the look of this phone. Do let us know what you think about it, guys.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, fantastic. Now, the other question that I wanted to ask is that, and this has been just in my head for a long time. I've seen that iQOO has a very strong relationship with Qualcomm and Snapdragon chipsets. Is there any possibility of probably, exploring a MediaTek partnership in the future? Is that something that you're looking forward to as well?
You are trying to say that we prefer Qualcomm over MediaTek? No, that is not the case. That is not the case. Both
Okay.
Qualcomm and MediaTek have been great partner for in iQOO's journey. And globally, by the way, globally we have launched devices with both of them,
Okay.
including Z series.
Right.
It is more of a function of which particular segment we are targeting and what are the customer expectations in that segment, and we decide accordingly. But in terms of Qualcomm and versus MediaTek, they have been great partner to both of us. That's what I would like to say. And with iQOO Z3, we are super excited again with Snapdragon 768. It's going to lead the category in terms of performance.
Okay, fantastic. Now, with respect to the price range of the iQOO Z3, what can we expect it to be priced around?
Do you want to know the exact price
Well, if you
or
can give me,
indicate it?
see, I mean, if I could get an exclusive exact price, nothing like it, but I know you're not going to reveal it. I'm a very pragmatic person that way.
Okay.
Okay, so give me a range. I'll be happy with that. I think my,
I'll,
viewers will
I'm,
also.
I'm going to give you a very philosophical answer is that iQOO Z3 is going to be fully loaded on specs, but not on the price. It's going to be super competitive. And just one hint, which I gave earlier also, that it's going to be under 25K.
Okay.
And with bank offers and partner offers, it's going to be super competitive. In terms of what it's, what I'll say that it is going to redefine both how you reimagine the top class performance with respect to the price. It's going to redefine that kind of benchmark, I'll say.
Okay. I mean, I don't doubt that one bit, considering the fact that you guys have actually priced your devices well till now. So I'm hoping that that continues with the iQOO Z3 5G as well.
What
But
has been your feedback on this one? What should be the right price, if I have to ask you?
um, I don't know. It's got a. I don't know. I mean, we still don't know the exact specs of it, so I'm just waiting on that. But I mean, I'm
Okay.
presuming it should be around somewhere like 23, 22. I'm guessing.
Okay.
If it comes out right, then I'm going to be hitting the comments and talking to
I'm,
my.
I'm going to take it as a feedback.
Wonderful. That sounds great. Now you mentioned one thing, and that this is again a completely off the cuff question. I don't have it written down. Is that you
Uh-huh.
mentioned about bank offers and that get bundled with a lot of the phone launches. So technically, when you look at a launch now, earlier it used to be such that okay, fine, this is the launch, this is the price of the phone, this is what you can buy it at. Now there are bank offers bundled along with it. So technically, even when I'm doing a review, it's like, oh, maybe you can get it less if you have an ICICI bank credit card or stuff like that. So these partnerships seems to be, you know, building a lot in the industry nowadays. Like, is that a conscious move from the brands and the e-commerce platforms and the banks together?
See, I think it's a great strategy to reward our consumers who are looking for latest in the smartphone. And once a new smartphone comes into the market, you have to ensure that it creates excitement in the target consumer. And this is where these partnerships come in handy.
Hmm.
And they are so bank offers are there to reward the consumer. Whereas for smartphone, the benefit is that we create a lot of ripples and excitement about the product, and in the initial phase, if there's a lot of hype, a lot of buzz about with this kind of pricing, it ensures good volume in the initial phases. So I
Hmm.
think it is more of a business decision as compared to a product decision. And
That's very interesting.
right. And once you go towards let's say later phases of the product where usual price drops are there or usual price cuts are there, you don't need these kind of offers.
Bank
But to
offers.
make it more affordable, bank offers come really handy.
Okay, one of the things that I wanted to also ask you was specifically about what's happening in and around our industry as well, and that is with respect to the global chip shortage that we're facing at the moment. What do you think about it? What is the current situation like? Can you share some interesting information that's that our users could? What is going to be the market like in the next couple of years with respect to smartphones? Are we going to be seeing a surge back despite all of these global chip shortage that is happening? Are you positive?
So, Ishal, on this one, I would like to say that the chip shortage you just mentioned, there are a couple of reasons for that. First is that now you see multiple categories which you never used to exist before. Even now, your typical household items or even cars, they come with integrated chips, and this particularly leads to a shortage of chips in entire ecosystem.
Right.
And this is where even pandemic hit the investment in this space. So probably I believe that once we come back to the normal, the investment in this space is going to increase, and I
Yes.
believe with this kind of investment, the supply of chips is going to improve, and I think it will should come back to normal. But I think it's going to take at least 2-3 years before we can comfortably say that the chip shortage is going to go away. But
Right.
even then, you also don't know that what kind of new categories are going to come in, especially in IoT, where more chips would be needed. But
I think
it
I think the problem has also been aggravated by the fact that everybody is working at home, and tech itself is so important right now that everybody needs a laptop, everybody needs a maybe even a tablet, and their kids are studying. So there are multiple requirements for tech, and obviously there's going to be a strain on chip production itself. So that absolutely makes sense. I just hope that the
Right.
situation gets better and people can actually, because there seems to be a proper shortage of even smartphones, and anybody who's wanting to buy a PlayStation 5 right now is actually not getting it.
Well, I actually saw your tweet, by the way. You were trying
Yeah.
to get PS5. Did you get it or not?
No, it's impossible to buy. So it comes in limited quality quantities, and it just chutki
Yeah,
mein
it
it
just
just
goes
goes
away.
away. Yeah. So
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Last PS I used was actually PS3. Not anything after that.
So you do game. You do like gaming, is what you're saying.
I'll say I'll 50% casual gamer, 50% serious gamer,
Do you
depending on
play
who's
on
the opponent.
Do you play on your iQOO 7 Legend?
I play on iQOO 7 actually. I'm using
Oh,
iQOO 7 more than iQOO 7 Legend actually.
you know what? High five. I actually prefer the iQOO 7 as well.
No, I
One,
love both actually. I love both of the devices. Yeah.
you cannot say that. I can say that's what I'm saying. So
Cool.
great, awesome. So one final question, and I think this is a question that I've got the most. When we put out the reviews, and everybody coming and asking me as well. Is Origin OS ever coming to iQOO phones? Because people seem to be interested in it, or is it going to be Fun Touch for the near future?
So, see, on this one, Rishad, uh, see, earlier when we launched iQOO 3 last year, it came with iQOO UI, and
Yes,
with iQOO 7 series, we have introduced FunTouch OS, and you know that it has come a long way.
yes, it
A
does.
significant efforts have gone into this, and to make it much closer to stock Android UI. Default apps and notifications are slowly going towards very close to stock Android in terms of look and feel. And to increase productivity and efficiency, there are some elements, custom elements, but that has been kept to minimal, and I assume those are quite intuitive in nature. This is a direction we intend to keep in terms of UI for iQOO smartphones. So I can say that FunTouch OS is going to be the way for iQOO devices as of now. For Origin OS, you will have to wait for some time at least to give you an update.
All right, fantastic. So that's all the set of questions that I had for you today, Gagan. It was a fantastic chat anyway, and I actually like catching up with you all the time. And best of luck with your iQOO Z3 launch. I hope that just like the iQOO 7 series, you get a tremendous response once again.
So thank you, Shah. Thanks for your time, and I hope, and rather, I would love to know your feedback and review about the device, and we will connect once again. Looking
Yes,
forward to connect with you once again, and I
yes,
hope you and your viewers are following all the precautions, are safe, and
yes.
please get yourself vaccinated if you get a chance. Yeah.
That's true. Please do get yourself vaccinated. That's a very good message to close on. All right, guys. So that's it from us. That was Gagan Arora. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, this is Esha from MySmartPrice signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my
Thank you.
friends.
Bye.